Today's devotional, provided by She Reads Truth, is titled A Legacy of Faith. It references Genesis chapters 9 through 10 and Luke chapter 1 verses 68 through 75. Every spiritual giant is standing on someone else's shoulders. That is the unexpected sermon proclaimed through Noah's life after the flood. After the dramatic events found in Genesis 6 through 8, the narrative pivots past Noah to his family and a long list of names identifying Noah's children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Family, generations, descendants, clans. This is the drumbeat of generational language we hear in these chapters. The words father and son are mentioned nearly 30 times in just 61 verses. A chronic skimmer, I am tempted to gloss over generational lists. But if I resist the urge and pay attention, I see the branches of Noah's family tree are loaded with significance. Canaan was Noah's grandson. We will see that name again. Just check out the name of the place God promised Abraham in Genesis and the Israelites in Exodus. Egypt was another grandson of Noah. He would settle in the place where Joseph would later reign under Pharaoh, and where Jesus would flee with his parents, fulfilling an ancient prophecy. While it may seem like Jesus is far removed from this early story in Genesis, that isn't really the case. Noah's son Shem was a chosen branch on the family tree. From his line would come Abraham, the Israelites, King David, and ultimately Jesus, our Savior. After the flood waters receded, Noah went back to life as usual. He tended a vineyard and bounced grandbabies on his knee. For 350 years after the flood, life simply went on. Then something unremarkable happened. So Noah's life lasted 950 years. Then he died. Despite his great triumph on the ark and his legacy of radical obedience, Noah's story ended with a funeral, just like mine will. But the torch of faith was passed through the generations, and that flame can be traced back to this spark. And Noah did everything that the Lord commanded him. Genesis 7 verse 5. Obedience to God was the gift Noah gave to the next generation. When we obey God, we are storing away treasure for those who will come behind us. Noah's children and grandchildren made an impact we are still feeling today. But it didn't happen instantly. We can affect future generations too, but we have to make peace with the marathon of life, refusing to settle for the sprint. Noah's life shows us that being serious about kingdom building means being serious about delayed gratification. His story urges us to desire for the Lord to be glorified in His timing. As God's people, we stand on the shoulders of those who have been faithful to obey before us. Their stories, like Noah's, remind us that when we obey, in time, God builds a legacy through us.